Hello, this is a short video showing a WWise project implemented into an Unreal project which is using Unreal's visual scripting blueprint system. So this WWise project has an ambient system, a footstep system, and a weather system. For the ambient system, the actual ambience is just being triggered by this event here, which is being called in the Unreal Engine project. That's in turn triggering a few things, which are all my ambient beds, my birds, my insects, all of that sort of thing. So I'll go through the time of day ambient beds first, and then show you how that works. So in the time of day container, we've got a few things going on. We've got these random containers that have night sounds, morning sounds, midday, and evening sounds. That's then corresponding to their states in the switch container. So the way I had these structured means that they'll truly sort of act like beds. So what I mean by that is, so at the moment we're in midday, so we've got a midday and a morning sample being played. If I change to the next state, which would be afternoon, then you'll see an evening and a midday playing, and a midday will already be playing, so it keeps it there, so it's a little bit more immersive. So I'll change this and you'll see what I mean. It'll fade in. So you can hear now that the evening insects have sort of started in that ambient beds. It just gives it a little bit more texture. That coupled with birds and insects too really make it quite immersive, especially when they're all modifying off of different RTPCs like this. So these other containers work on a very similar principle. We've got day birds, evening birds, all of those different birds, and we've got them in different slots here. So as we change the time of day, we'll have different birds popping up to give that time of day different sound as well. Same with insects. We've got bees, flies, and different like flittering sounds that will be triggered in the same way. There's also this pond one that's for ponds that are around the Unreal project. This isn't being triggered by that Ambience main event. But it's working on a similar principle in that, depending on the time of day, maybe you'll hear plant noise, or maybe you'll hear more pond wildlife. So on top of that, I've got like a generic sort of ambient atmosphere, which is then based on the time of day. That's kind of being low passed or quietened down or a little bit louder. That's just sort of bug noise. If it's like a hot midday time, that you sort of associate that with insects or bugs, so it's kind of raised a little bit. So now what I thought I'd do is mess around with some RTPCs, show you how diverse this ambient system can go. I'll start it from 6 in the morning, so I'll just I'll set this to 6, and I'll set it to rainy as well. And I'll adjust from there. So as you can hear, you can get some quite diverse results with a small amount of changes if your RTPCs are all set up and they're sort of affecting one another. So another feature of this WWise project is footstep sounds. So I knew I wanted a walk and a run footstep sound based on the animations that I put into the Unreal project. So both of these just have switch containers. Within them they have materials, so my grass, my mud, that's all I've got in at the moment. But within the grass switch, I've got a bunch of random containers, and the idea is that when it's in a certain state, as far as ground wetness goes, it picks from those containers. Each container's got your basic sort of dry sound, damp sound, soak sound, etc., and it's also got sweeteners within it too, because the dry ones are, they're going to be played the most, so I wanted a bit more variation there. And same thing in the walk. In the walk switch, it's the exact same, just with different sort of samples. So I'll play some of them now and vary the ground wetness, the rain amount, and you'll hear the difference between the footsteps, regardless of material. So I'll do that with the grass container. So you can hear those footsteps getting wetter or drier if I decrease this. And that's the idea, that the ground will be wet the more it rains. So the footstep sounds also change in that regard too. All that being said, I'll leave you with the video demonstration for this WWise project and the Unreal project as well. On that, I've got some variables I've watched in the Unreal Engine project, so they'll change in real time and they'll be reflective of the footage. I've also got the profiler up too, so you can have a look what's going on there. Thank you very much.